Hi and welcome. We're the Weasley Sisters. I'm Naturally Nitty, aka Jessica, and this is episode 119.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. We're getting up there.
I am Starnitz, also known as Alina. Today is August 12th. This is our weekly podcast. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back.
Yep. So, grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us. Any mojo?
No.
Oh, shoot. I do have mojo, but I didn't bring it down here. Let me find a picture. I finished the monster I was working on last time. Dot. It was from the Big Book of Knitted Monsters, or whatever that book's called. I always mix that up.
I think it's the Big Book of Knitted Monsters, yeah. Because it's not the Knitted Book of Big Monsters.
The Big Book of Knitted Monsters.
Yeah.
Either way.
Cool.
And that's the one I finished.
Awesome.
Excuse me, it's Leah's, so she has it right now. But that's it.
Okay. Do you have anything that you're currently working on? So works in progress, also known as whips.
Yes, I currently cast on for another monster.
Wow.
It's that big. Though,
like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. It's the big one with, it has pockets on it and it has babies.
Babies.
And of course, that's what Chloe picked. She wanted the one that has 3 included in it and not just one monster. Anyway.
She knows how to work it. She's smart.
So I started the babies. I don't have eyes for them yet, but... And they still need feet and to be stuffed, but those are the babies. The baby monsters. So that's what I'm working on.
You embroider the teeth.
I do. Here, should I...
Do you use a special stitch? Talk to me here, because I am not stitchly...
let me hold it up.
I am stitchly challenged. I'm not stitchy good.
I just kind of, go through, and then I do the half diagonal stitches, and then I do that for all the teeth, and then I come back and, cross them so they, finish them off into a triangle.
Okay, that looks cool.
It's nothing fancy, but I've tried the whole felt thing where you glue it on and it falls off, or they just don't look right, and I like that they're embroidered on.
That is smart.
They stay put. So that's what I do. Are you working on anything?
Yes, I am still working on my Stitch Surfers. I started surfing... I was surfing left, and I started surfing right on the leg. So I am going to go till I surf left 17 inches, and then I'm going to do the cuff. I don't have them over here because I forgot to grab them.
That's all right. But you're getting close to being done. That's cool.
Yes, and I'm still working on Charmander.
Have you worked on it?
I have not worked on it at all.
You need to.
It's sitting on the couch. I moved it back into its bag today. Okay. I consider that working on it. I cleaned up.
He moved. You touched it. It works.
Yeah. So, I also started a baby sweater.
Mm-hmm. What one are you
I
doing?
got invited to a baby shower. I am doing the February baby sweater. So most of you know the February lady sweater. Well, it's based off of Elizabeth Zimmerman pattern. Mm-hmm. The February. Basically, I got this book. It's the Knitter's Almanac. So you start in January and you start knitting, and then by December, you have all your Christmas gifts, or your family is clothed.
Yeah.
So this shows you what you will make.
It's cool because she makes you knit mittens in June or July on vacation so that you have them ready when it's winter time.
Right. So February was baby things. And it's not February. But I'm just doing the sweater, which is, if you can see it, it's black and white. This is the sweater. Mm-hmm. And it's a garter yoke, and then the shape, the lace pattern And if any of you don't know who Elizabeth Zimmerman, she's amazing. She wrote like a ton of patterns, so you don't have to ever purl if you don't want to, basically.
She's awesome, and she was from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. And she also did seamless knitting. So this one is baby sweaters on two needles. I'm using a circular needle. I'm just getting ready. I actually started it 3 times. This is the 3rd time I started it. So the first time I started it, I was using different yarn, and I didn't like it.
Okay.
So I just started over with this yarn.
What yarn is that?
It's some yarn.
Some yarn.
Acrylic. It's like old yarn.
Oh, it is old.
April, also known as Jaji Girl, sent Madison and Bella a box of yarn.
Okay.
And this was in it, and I had grabbed it because I just did. Because I figured I could make, like, I don't know. I just grabbed it because I don't have too much acrylic, and I know Elizabeth Zimmerman always talks about knitting wool for babies, but I know who I'm giving to, so I'm going with acrylic. So, yeah. Anyways, Elizabeth Zimmerman. When you read her books, they're like journals, and then there's a pattern in there. And you have to do some maths, and you have to do it. So, that's what I'm doing. Maths. And I'm actually going to increase a little bit because she has the button band is 4 stitches, but I'm doing 5 because that's how I roll. I like my yarn over buttonhole to be in the middle.
Smart.
And that's just me. And I like 5s. So yeah, that's what I'm knitting. That big, long, drawn out. We could just call me the over-explain-inator.
Okay.
So, anyways. Okay. Next up is You Spin Me Right Round.
Do you want to talk about that?
No, because I also left something over that I need to go get. So you talk, I'll be right back. Sorry, people.
Okay, for spinning, I haven't really spun anything, but I've been washing wool. I'm done washing my Cormo fleece, which started out as 3 pounds, and I got 2 pounds and 12 ounces out of it, so it might have been a little over 3, but I didn't lose that much with the washing, so that was good. And I've started dyeing it. Oh, I have a picture. Let me find it. And it's drying, but it's like super rainy today and icky and cold out, so it wasn't drying fast. There we go. Here's a picture. So, here's a picture of some of the wool that's drying. Sorry if that's glaring. I still have a lot. That's probably not even half of the stuff I need to dye. I was going to dye it all up, but I only have so much space in my kitchen, and I have to be done by, dinner time. So, yeah. Oh, I also actually, made up some, I tested out the Border Leicester fleece. I had washed most of it. I still have some more to wash. And it's really soft.
The Border Leicester or the Cormo?
I've finished that. You missed me talking about that.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I dyed some up, I said, and I showed pictures.
Okay.
The Border Leicester I washed. I still have some more to wash of it. I think I want to dye some of it, which I guess I'll have to tell the new people that I'll be doing that.
Yes.
I said, it's more work, so it's not like that's a big deal. Anyways, I did 2 little batches of Rolags.
Ooh, I saw that.
So the first one, I just teased open actually I flicked open the ends, because the ends were a little crusty. I don't know if it was because they were like bleached by the sun. They weren't dirty. The Border Leicester weren't dirty. The Cormo's dirty. The tips are. Anyways, it was a little crusty, so I was flicking them with a flick carder type thing. Excuse me, before putting it into the drum carder. And then it didn't feed on that, well, it needed to be picked open more or fluffed open more. So I have a picker. It's a box picker, and you like slide this thing, and it has like nails going different directions, and it like goes on the wool.
How does it go?
I'm explaining. Shut up. So it like makes the wool fluffier and not in its nice little lock formations. Oh, here, I have some fleece down here. Oops. Okay, so you have fleece, and to put this through the carder,
Not gonna work.
it's not gonna go. So the picker, like, it picks it open and it lets stuff fall out, but it makes it fluffy.
Yes.
So it can be carded. Anyways, this is some Tarshi that I found that I had.
Woohoo! You found it, like, already cleaned?
It's a little tacky. I'd probably have to rewash it a little bit. But for the most part clean. I think it was from a leftover newt that I didn't dye, and it was like the dirty stuff.
The newt where you spun and then knit the...
Elizabeth Zimmerman sweater.
Oh, yeah, okay, go on. And steeked.
Yeah, that was a 20-pound fleece.
It was a huge fleece.
Yeah, it was a ram, so it was a big boy, and...
Gross.
Yeah, it was gross. Anyways, so I still
Boys
have...
are gross.
Boys are gross. Like, I have two of these left over.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Or one of those and then a few smaller bags, which would probably make up two. Anyways, what was I saying? Border licer. I made roll eggs. The first one I flicked, wasn't so great. Then I picked the wool with the picker, and those turned out a lot nicer. So that's that. So I'm going to pick the wool for those, is basically what it was coming down to.
Yay, more work.
Yeah, I know. I also want to dye some of those too, because I think it would make some really nice, deeper colors. And yeah, that's it. I think. Let me look at my notes. I haven't really spun anything. I'm trying to get all the washing and the cleaning and the dyeing done.
Okay.
That's it.
I have been spinning. I don't have my wheel over here, but I have a picture.
It's pretty.
So I started spinning, but first I want to talk about, I finished my sampling, and I don't remember if I showed you my mini skein last time, did I?
I think you did, yeah. But you can show it again.
I'm going to. So this is my 4-ply end ply. And I really like how round and pretty it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to hold it up there nice and steady.
It's very pretty.
And then I also finished the 3-ply. And I decided to go with the 4-ply. Not because I don't like the 3-ply, I just liked how the colors went a little bit better. Same colors. Remember, I split them in half?
Mm-hmm.
I just like how this looks better than this.
Okay.
So, that means I need to spin 2,300 yards of a finished 4-ply yarn. That is about 90 something, 96, 92 singles. 1,000.
That's
9,200. Like 9. I can do math in a minute.
I can
I can't do math in my head, but I can do it on my computer. Okay, so that's 9,200 yards of singles.
Yeah, that's a lot.
At 54 wraps per inch, which is very thin. So, I've been using my wraps per tool inch guide, and it's the second line right here.
Okay.
That's how thin it needs to be to get what I need. And I figured it out, like I divided that all by ounces, and I need to get about 210 yards per ounce of a single.
Okay.
So I'm hoping it works. So what I did, I brought this over. I went through my yarn, or just kidding, it's roving, and I split it in I split the core, the common denominators, which was the 16 ounces, which I found out was only 15.7 ounces. But anyway, 16 ounces of this that I got at a Fiber Show, and then the stuff you dyed.
Which is totally not the same. I'm sorry.
I don't care. So what I did is I split it into 2 ounce sections and 1 ounce sections.
Okay.
And then I put them in their own Ziploc bag.
Cool.
So, like, that's 3 ounces that I'll spin, and there's 8. So there's 8 of these, and then I took the other 5 that I had.
The other 5 braids.
Yeah, 5 braids of 4 ounces, so that's 20 ounces. And I separated those up. And I put them in. And I separated them into 4 lengthwise. So, like this one and this one are the Shadowin Fiber Arts, the Bilbo Baggins and the Shire.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put those together. And then this is that long merino repeat.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Nerd Girl yarns, this one is a sonic screwdriver, or a screwdriver, a sonic one. And then this is stringy and cool, or whatever that celery reference one is. But what I'm going to do for these, and these are all about 1 ounce. So what I'm going to do is spin a bobbin full of the common denominator yarn, and then spin a bobbin full of this. And what I'm going to do is split these up again into like 4 to like make kind of like similar to, but not totally, kind of like a fractal spin.
Okay.
But not really, because it's not. But I'm going to, I set them up, and I took a picture of it on my phone, the order of how, because I made an order, like I set it up, and I'm going to spin them in that order.
Every single time?
Yeah.
Smart.
Just so that the color progressions just kind of goes the same throughout. Let me see if I can find that picture. And so it goes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? And it looks kind of washed out on there, but I can't decide if I'm going to start at the bottom and go up, or start at the top and go down, but it doesn't really matter. Like, once I decide, I'll make a note of it, and then just do it like that.
Which way do you like to do socks?
Bottom up.
So do bottom up.
Okay.
Because then you can remember it.
Sounds good. But, like, so that's what I think I'm going to do. So then as I'm going through, it's going to be like a total mashup that way. That's my plan, at least.
I think it'll be very cool. I'm very jealous, too. I love mashups.
Yeah. So, and I think it'll turn out really nice, because that's kind of what I did with my M-ply 4-ply sample.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out really nice, and I really liked how it turned out. And I didn't think it was going to turn out, because the colors weren't colors that, like, I don't really do yellows and oranges and stuff. And there's a lot of yellow and orange in my thing. But I think it'll turn out nice, because it'll be good.
It'll look good.
So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spin up each. I only have 4 of these. So I have 2 common denominators per one of these. I separated them all into bags, because it just makes it easier to have it separate.
Yeah. And
work with just one bag at a time. So actually, I think for the common denominator, I'm going to maybe spin 2 bags for every one common mashup, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to do that, and I just figured we'll see how it turns out, and hopefully it'll be cool. I think it will be, because, like, the mashups, they don't sound like they would be cool, but they turn out looking really cool.
They're seriously almost always awesome. I love mashups.
And if I start to run out of fiber, like, I'm not getting enough, like, I'm doing the first as my, like, sample. So once I can get out of 4 ounces, if I can get 210 yards finished, then I should be able to get the right yardage, I think.
I thought you said it was at a 1 ounce.
Right, but then double that.
Oh,
because I'm doing a 4-ply, so it's going to be the same thing.
That makes sense to me now. Sorry.
It's okay. So, yeah.
Exciting.
Yep.
So what'd you start spinning?
A common denominator.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to call it from the rest of the time, even though this is not math.
But it kind of is.
It totally is. But we won't tell myself that. But I have them all in this really cool basket. I just want to show it. I got it in Germany.
That is cute.
This. And that's where they're staying. So, yeah. That's all I'm spinning. So.
I'm excited to start spinning. Speaking of spinning, I signed up for Spinzilla.
Did you? How did you sign up for it?
Hazel made me. She posted on Facebook and then made me do it.
Like,
I just signed up.
What did you sign up for it?
Well, like the shot team I would have signed up for, it was all full, and so was the Knit Girls, which of course, because they're like popular like that. Which isn't a bad thing. They're, just fill it fast. So I was like, I don't know. And then someone on like the post that she put on Facebook was like, oh, you just sign up. It was, I didn't know anyone last year when I did it, but it was a lot of fun. So I was like, okay. And Hazel's like, if you do, I will. Or we should both do it. So I was like, all right. So I did.
Is sign-ups over?
No.
Did I miss that boat?
It's till like the end of September. No.
Okay, so you tag me to whatever, and I will figure it out, because I do like spinning.
It was $10 to register.
Okay.
But it goes to the Needle Arts Association to, like, help teach new spinners, like the younger generation, next generation of spinners. So I thought,
which is probably way better than me, because I'm always like, don't touch my wheel. Stay away from it.
No, it's a good cause. So I was like, it's $10. But, so yeah. So I joined the Lucky Cat group because someone on her thread said we should. So we did. So you should join that one.
What is the Lucky Cat?
It's a fiber shop, I guess, with exotic fibers.
Do you have to spin with their fiber?
No, it's just the team based around that.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's that.
Nerd Girl Yarns has one.
No, she doesn't. Like, you can't sign up. You had to register teams, like, a month ago or something.
Oh. We should learn this for next year and make our own team.
I know.
We should also do that for Tour de Fleece. Yeah. That's just our note to self.
Okay.
Spinzilla, Tour de Fleece.
I'm excited, though.
Weasley Sisters.
So Spinzilla, it's a week in mid-October somewhere that you spin a lot. As much as you can, and you try and get the most yardage ever.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm excited. But that's that. Moving on. Sewing?
I have been sewing, but they've been for clubs, and I like to keep those a surprise till I send them.
Okay.
So, I will not tell you what until we're not taping. Then I can tell you.
Alright. Gym?
I cardio knitted.
Yay.
I rocked. It was one of the starts of this with the other yarn. So it's now ripped, but whatever.
Still did it.
My goal is to do it at least twice this week, if not 3 times. Like,
awesome.
That would be 1 more or 2 more, respectively, than last week. And I'm working on that's way better than nothing.
It is.
So, I'm realistic here.
No, it's good.
But I've been doing the pre-program workouts on my bike. Like, it has, like, 12 or 14. And I was, like, looking through them, and I did one. And it like, you have to go a certain speed. Or a certain... Like, you have to go fast for some parts and slow for some parts. And it tells you and beeps at you when you need to go faster or go slower. because sometimes I get carried away into the song I'm listening to and knitting, and I start going too fast, and it like beeps at me, or I'm not going fast enough.
Very
So,
cool.
but they are like a super good workout. They're mostly like high intensity intervals because it'll go fast and then slow and fast and then slow. So, pretty cool.
Well, it's awesome.
How about you?
I am doing the T25 still, or Focus T25 is what it's really called. I just started on week 4 this week.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, that is like a killer. I'm like drenched with sweat whenever I finish, and it's really gross. But it's a good workout. I have trouble with, it's called the lower focus, which like focuses on your legs. I swear I'm gonna collapse one of these times because it's so crazy, and I don't know how people like hold squats for like a minute at a time. Just saying.
I do not know that either.
It's crazy. No, but it's going good. That's that.
Awesome. Random randomness. We are really fast today.
We are.
So, randomly, like I was saying before, Jaji Girl sent acrylic yarn. I think someone gave it to her, or she found it, and she was trying to get rid of it. So the first time she sent me a box for the girls was a while ago. Then the second time she sent it, and she threw in some extra special stuff. She sent some energy bars to try, and some drink, like shake mix from her TLS store.
Mm-hmm.
And also some yarn.
Excuse me, that's really
is that
pretty.
too bright? Can you read that? It's Lena Shade's
My Little
creation.
Popsicles?
Melting popsicles.
Oh, melting. I thought it said My Little.
Look how pretty that is.
It is pretty.
And I'm surprised that April sent it to me because purple is her favorite color, and this is like so her.
She must love you.
Yes, and it's super soft. But I wanted to show, because if she's watching, I wanted to show Madison left this down here. She's sleeping over at her friend's house. So she made a whole blanket already, and Bella sleeps with it. So this is her second blanket. She's doing a theme. It's like, must be 70s-tastic theme, but...
Oh, I'm like, what's the theme?
So see, she's doing like the color progression.
Okay.
So... That's
awesome.
what she's doing.
Well, a pattern.
So,
she's going in the pattern.
Like a theme. And she's just... Actually, I just showed you the bad
You totally
side.
did.
Okay.
But it still looks good. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
She's
and I am
awesome
also impressed with how smart
kid.
she is. She's just, instead of sewing in ends, she's just tying knots. I need to take a book. I need to take a page from her book because that would make my mitered square sock yarn blanket
you need
so
to do the faux Russian join that I perfected with my blankets.
Well, how do you do the faux Russian join?
Basically, you take... Hold on. Let me find 2 ends here. So you have your yarn that you're working with, and a few stitches, like when I was crocheting those blankets, I stopped like 2 or 3 double crochets before the end, and I like had a point on my arm where I would bring it down to, so I knew how much to do to fold over. So you take an end, and you take the other end, and you just, like a Russian join, you would like use a needle and thread it through so it's like solid, but I just hold it like this. 2 pieces and 2 pieces, and you crochet, 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 crochet.
Oh, does that work for knitting?
Yeah.
You're like, duh.
Well, I'm like, I mean,
because I did see that
on a blanket.
You ever see the magic cake shawl that everyone was doing a while ago?
Yeah, but
and that knot.
Oh, okay. I don't like.
But
that.
with the mitered square, you're picking up. You're not like starting a new ball. You're picking up a totally new square.
Okay, so never mind. You can do this. But when you're like, starting with another one and you're ending, you can do that. That's what I did, and it, like, those blankets would have had so many ends and I would have poked my
Yeah.
eyes out. Like, I hate ends. I on
That was for like, but like for the mitered square, you are doing this square and then you're picking up a new yarn. Totally.
yeah, so it wouldn't work with that. So I would never do that blanket personally. Because
Well, I've been knitting over the ends.
yeah,
and
but
then
if
just sewing.
if you're just holding it along and knitting over, that doesn't always like catch it enough.
Yeah, no, I knit over and then I leave and I
Okay.
sew in the ends then later.
Um,
And that's why I don't.
No, with
think-
that one, a different blanket that we did, the traveling one I did like last year, I traded foot massages. Like, I gave Katie foot massages for like, I forget how long it had to be, and she sat there and wove in all the ends of that blanket.
Awesome.
That's
Does
how
she
much-
like that? I hate that.
That's how much I do not like weaving in ends. Anyways,
That's awesome.
but that faux
So-
Russian join is my go-to thing for like anything.
Crochet blankets.
Or
Because
like
I was
knitted
thinking of
things.
doing another Babette.
Yeah.
With bigger yarn. Even though that one took me, 4 years? And then the middles fell apart.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking of doing one of those as my new... originally, before I decided to do a matchup. So that Russian join will come in handy at some point in my time. My time stream. I've been watching Doctor
My
Who
time
today
stream.
because... So, the new season of Doctor Who is on Netflix.
The new season?
Which... The 7th
Or the
season.
old new season? Okay. No.
The old new season. The new season for old people like me who don't have cable.
Yeah. Well, I don't have it anymore, so I'm not going to see the new season.
Well, join my company.
I don't.
But my
wanna
friend
join you.
Pam, my friend Pam had sent me for my birthday and Christmas a joint gift, which, if you know me, I don't really like joint gifts unless it's Doctor Who. So, that being said, she sent me this awesome gift last year. Actually, it was like 2 gifts. They just came at the same time. Of Doctor Who season 7. Like, 2 parts of it. And so I have the 7th season that I saw. But I didn't get to see the Day of the Doctor and then the one where he changes into the new Doctor. I forget what that one's called.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Well, it's on Netflix and I just watched it tonight.
Wait, maybe I have.
The Day of the Doctor, and
I've
then the
seen
one
that one.
after that. The Christmas special, whatever it was.
I think I did. I can't remember.
So, we watched that, and Bella was, like, mad because I had watched The Name of the Doctor because that came in my show. This part I had. But I rewatched it because I couldn't remember, and then I did watch it. And it always makes me sad because I like River. Anyways. Then I watched The Day of the Doctor, which I had not seen, and it was good. And then the one after that, I watched that. But Bella was mad because she came in at the end of The Name of the Doctor. And so she sat there and watched the last 2. But she kept asking me questions, and I was just like, just shut up. I haven't watched it. I'm like, so not nice. I was just like, just stop talking. But yeah, so I've been watching Doctor Who on Netflix. Okay. So then, after that finished, Bella's like, can we watch it from the beginning? And I was just like, I don't want to start at the beginning because I know how, like, a little scary those mannequin ones are. You know, with, like, Rose and stuff. Like, those mannequins are scary. Like, they're scary by themselves. Like, if you look at them, like, soulless eyes.
Yeah.
In the store. And Bella has problems with having nightmares. So, I was like, why don't we watch the classic Doctor Who, which is, like, black and white. So we watched some, like, of the first Doctor, which they just have the Aztec one, and then we
never seen that.
had watched part of that already. So then we finished watching it, and now we're on to The Mind Robber, I think is what it's called, and it's the second Doctor, so still black and white. And she's like, oh, do we have to watch the black and white one? But then she, like, was quiet. And I'm like, dude, note to self, black and white TV is good for quietness. So, anyways, I don't know where I was going with that story, so you just got a nugget of wisdom from me.
Awesome.
So, now you know, though, those 2 that aren't in the season
are on Netflix.
So
I'll have to go check
I am
that.
caught up and ready for the 8th season. Still no BBC on my TV. So
yeah, I lost that channel. Oh well. So
cable is just so expensive.
It is. Shall we talk about our decorations?
Yes! I thought you were going to say something bad, so I was like, yes! Slytherin is awesome.
They got the double cup.
The double cup, because we are set on world domination.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It is awesome. I'm super excited. And I know it's because I actually finished my Newt last term.
It's all you.
Because that's the first time I finished a Newt.
And
ever.
your order mission.
Yeah, well, I always usually finish my order mission. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do. The past 2... Well, I don't finish my order missions or my Newts when I reach, and I've, gotten wise to, an order mission is a good shawl pattern, because I can't, and just doing it, some people can do shawls in, 2 weeks. For me, getting it done in 6 weeks is, a major stretch of time. Major hard, I'm working to the end. The order missions that I failed were, knitting a sweater for Bella, and that was, a size 10, 12.
Yeah.
That's, a small, and that was the wallaby pattern, so that's, a very big sweater pattern. And with crappy acrylic yarn that she picked out. Anyway. Excuse me. Yeah. But yeah, Slytherin rocks. See my shirt? It's my Slytherin shirt.
I don't have
I said I was going to sit up, and I totally forgot. I've been slouching. It's not good for my back. But yeah, we're excited. I'm excited. I think it's awesome.
It was good. Good stuff. Yay, Slytherin.
Yes, it's awesome.
And other houses, too. It's just fun.
Yeah. So, what else? Anything going on with you?
Not really. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I didn't write anything down in the show notes, so I'm like,
I have stuff to talk about if you don't.
Go ahead.
I went on a yarn crawl last week.
Oh, yeah.
On Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun. I got up early, and I went and met at my friend's house. And she has this really cute dog. It's like an Australian Shepherd. Mm-hmm. Super fluffy, super cute, and big. And super nice. So then we met with other 2 people. And I don't know, have you ever seen Elisa Knits pattern? There's a bunch. She mainly sells to knitting stores, and it might just be a local thing, but that was the lady who drove. Her name is Lisa, obviously. So we went to all different stores, and the way this yarn crawl is, I'm trying to find this stuff, is you paid $10 and you got, if I can find it, I can't. I don't know where it went, but you got, a bag.
That's awesome.
And in it were, raffle tickets and a passport, which was, I don't know where it went, but it was like a piece of cardstock, and it had this logo on it, and then it had all the participating shops in it, and you had to get it stamped at each shop. So we went to all of them, and the yarn crawl was open for a week. It started one weekend. It went through the whole week, and then it opened the next week. It closed that Sunday after. Okay. I found it. So, as you can see, I got them all but one. Huh. But this one was out in Grove City, which is the other side of Pittsburgh, and we just didn't have time to go there. So I didn't get to get entered into the grand prize one, but as you went, I have a paperclip here, so I had my raffle tickets on there. and you could enter them in. Each shop had a different gift basket that you could enter it in, and if you bought stuff, you got extra raffle tickets, etc., etc. So was what it was.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. So then, when you get there, to the most of the stores had a little thing like this. And it was smart because most of them were in like a small, they were all in Pittsburgh, but they were in like a smaller like shopping community, like a downtown area type of cool area. And so a lot of them had, like this one has like a list of different restaurants that you could go to that's close by because they knew people would be traveling. Other ones have had like this store, like they talked to their neighbor stores and like they were like, do you want to offer something? And like they did that. But they also had this cowl that they all contributed a part to. So I missed one part, but you got a pattern at each. You got a pattern piece at each.
That's cool. Kind of like a mystery pattern, but not.
Yeah, but I saw it. So I had them all.
Nice.
Except for that one part because we never made it there. So, that being said, let me show you what I got. And I did not go all crazy and buy a ton of stuff. I just bought a few things. Mm-hmm. So, on Saturday, like since we didn't make it to all of the stores, we also didn't make it to the one in Ligonier, which was like our home yarn store because that's the closest yarn store to me, and it's about 45 minutes away. So I stopped in on Saturday because it's on the way to the amusement park that we were going to. And I got this book, magazine.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's totally awesome. Like, I was looking through it, and you know my rule. I have to have at least 5 patterns in here that I totally want to knit. But I've also been on Once Upon a Time, Grimm type of thing, so this was totally, like, I looked through it, I walked around the store, and I decided to, like, there's some really cool shawl patterns in here that I like, and, like, sock patterns, and, it's pretty cool. Like, there was also a book that I saw that I was looking at. It was, like, not charmed knits. It was something like Harry Potter related, but I was looking through the book, and it was most of the patterns that are in the Harry Potter magazine. And so I was like, I don't need to get that because I already have most of those patterns. But like, this pattern here, can you see that? It's hard to see. There's like a lace pattern on the back. It's really pretty. Let's see. And then, the sock patterns I like. Oh, here's a better picture of that. It's dark, so let me see. It's like a nice cardigan. Like I kind of stuck on cardigans right now. There's a shawl pattern in here that I really liked. And the one thing though, there's this pattern. Okay, so I really liked these sleeves.
That's cool.
I really like that. But there's this stole pattern in here. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then I look how long that thing is. Do you know how long you would be knitting that? Seriously. Like, forever. I mean, it's nice, but that's like almost a blanket. But then they have this, now, in the book, like, I appreciate that they, like, kind of tried to make them look like fairy tale characters, but this girl's hair, I feel so bad for her. Look at that. I do. I just feel really bad for her.
She's like a vampire.
I don't know. It was just, yeah, no. Like, look at that picture. And, I mean, and you can tell, like, they styled it to look like that, so she was probably like, I hate this hair. Like, you can just kind of tell in her eyes she's hating it. And this shawl, I thought, where is that other shawl that I liked? Oh, and this sweater. It's hard to see. Why is my light so bad?
There you go.
So that sweater, I really liked that one. There was another shawl in here that I liked. Oh, this one. Now, this guy, he kind of reminds me of Einstein, but he's supposed to be like a wizard. But his sweater is pretty cool, too. But this...
You're a wizard.
I'm so mean. This shawl is the one I really like. It's pretty, I thought. But, yeah, so, like, I like them. And I also like this. Rumpelstiltskin's wrap.
Ooh, it's like...
It has like a hood. And it was pretty cool. And, like, if you look, it's, like, cabled.
Cool.
Yeah. And I like cable, so it, you know, like, it's pretty. Oh, here's a better picture.
That is pretty.
Yeah. And I like it because it's like a hood, so, like, if you're, like, in the fall, you're outside, and you don't really want a jacket, you can just grab something like that. And it's windy. I think that would be really good. So, yeah. And then, yeah. This pattern I like, too. But, like, again, her hair, I feel bad for her. I liked this cardigan. Like, the back. Can you see how there's, like, cables on the back?
Mm-hmm, kind of.
So, anyways, this is looked like a really cool. And then they had like some baby things, and they had this tank top. It's got like a butterfly motif on the front and then on the back too. Anyways, so that I picked up on Saturday, which wasn't officially the yarn crawl day. So the first one we stopped at was Yarns by Design in Oakmont. It's like a part of Pittsburgh. It's actually by the girls' main office for their school, so I've actually been there before, but I was there before they moved. They moved into like a cuter area, and it was super nice in there. Like, it was like fun. So I got some Eucalyptus because I ran out, and I figured since I'm spinning a sweater, I went one, and I went with the lavender smell.
I like that.
I had the grapefruit one, and it didn't smell very much, but I really like the lavender one, so I got that. And then we went to a couple of other stores, and I told the ladies I went with I'm not allowed to buy sock yarn because I have a ton, and I really do. So then we went to this one called Kid You Not, and I got some roving. I'm going to mash it up together. It is superwash merino, silk, and nylon, and some silver. So I don't know if you can see the silvery parts. So this is like pink and gray.
That is pretty.
And then this is like blue and green.
Mm-hmm.
And they were having them dyed specifically for them. Oh, you can see the silver in this one.
Mm-hmm.
They were having they had like this and some yarn all matching. Like, I guess their dyer moved. So they were having a sale on all of it. So it was like 20% off. So I got two because it was on sale. So then I was, waiting for my friends, and I saw these, and one of these were in the gift basket, and I thought that's where they were, and I was talking to them, and they're like, oh, well, we can give one to you, because I had already bought stuff. They're like, we'll give it to you if you're going to give it a good home. I'm like, seriously, I drink coffee all the time.
I'm jealous.
So they gave me, it says Kid You Not on it, and it has their phone number and their website, and she's like, we have purple or green, and I was like, I'll take green. So it's like I'm totally going to wash it and use it tomorrow for Bible study.
I love mugs.
Yes,
but
I was excited. Like, I thought it was just part of the gift basket, and so I didn't think they had them for sale. And she was like, well, we'll just give you one. I was like, awesome. I'll take free for sure.
Very cool.
So totally awesome. They were really nice there, and that's all I got. Good, huh?
Good job.
So, I was pretty restrained.
I'm proud.
But it was cool to go through. Like, I was looking for, you know, like I kind of looked through everyone's back issues to see if anyone had that Interweave Knits Weekend with the calligraphy pattern in it, but no one had it. So I will just probably buy that pattern because I don't think I have that.
Did you look through yours?
No.
Look through them before you buy it.
I will.
Okay.
But I was looking while I was there because a lot of them had stuff for sale, and I figured, you know, I want to buy it. So yeah. Oh, and then at Kathy's Creation, where I bought this, she had a little pack, and there was chocolate in here, and then there's like a coupon for when I go back. How awesome is that? And stitch holder.
Very cool.
So like each of the stores had like extra little things that they gave you. I just thought it was fun. Like it was a day, like we went out and it was so fun. Like we were so tired by the time we came home, but it was like a good tired, you know, like
yeah.
I was out all day by myself without kids. You know what I mean? Like it was, and then I came home and I was like so tired. But we ate at the Cheesecake Factory. I've never eaten there. Why have I never eaten there? Amazing. Amazing.
What'd you have?
I had the, it wasn't called the French dip, but basically that's what it was. It was really good. And we were going to get, I was debating, because their menu's like this thick. I wasn't sure what to get, so I just got like a sandwich and fries, the sweet potato fries.
Cool.
And I was going to get a cheesecake, but I was so full because even though it said lunch portion, huge.
We went there once, I think after Chloe had her surgery thing, and, but we just got cheesecake. Like, I haven't eaten real food there. Not that cheesecake isn't real food.
It's amazing. You should. Like, I told Andy, I'm like, anniversary, we're going there. We're not doing Olive Garden, we're going to Cheesecake Factory. Oh, and I also picked up a pen somewhere along the way. I kid you not. So, that rocks my world.
That's awesome.
So, that's all I have to talk about, because I showed you the thing that Jaji gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're good to sign off then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Sign-ups will be starting soon for the
usually
sorting hat. Around the 15th or so.
Yeah.
So pretty soon. Watch out for that. That's it. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.